The video that I'm about to play, you all, had me in tears. Okay, the video that I'm about to play for you guys had me so emotional because these devils, these so-called people in the legal system in New York City that have this guardianship, this conservatorship over Wendy Williams, has had us, the general public, Wendy watchers, fans of Wendy's, they've had us believing that this woman is incapacitated and can't even form a sentence. But lo and behold, we find out today that Wendy Williams is fine and she's in her somewhat of a right mind. I'm not going to say that Wendy's 100% there, right? But she is definitely not incapacitated, not out of her mind. She definitely does not have alcohol induced dementia or whatever they said. The Wendy that I heard in this interview sounds isolated, sounds afraid, sounds paranoid, sounds scared, sounds like she's been in prison for the last 3 years. That Wendy that we heard didn't sound like she was forgetful, like she didn't know what was going on, like she was incapacitated. Listen, I'm trying not to like word vomit here because I'm emotional about this. This is sad what this woman is going through. This is another Free Britney movement. And I want people who hashtagged Free Britney and had all the energy for Britney Spears to have the same energy for Wendy Williams because she's going through the exact same thing. And for a woman who is 60 years old and has worked her ass off to have the legacy and the wealth that she does, she should be able to enjoy that in Miami with her family like she's pleading and begging for, okay? Welcome back to Damien After Dark. You better believe we're about to talk about it all. Before we begin, please click the subscribe button down below. Also press the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the algorithm so more people can find this video, okay? It's crucial that this video gets shared out throughout the YouTube platform so more people can see it and we can continue to raise awareness about what's going on. Because for all that most people know, a lot of people are out here thinking that Wendy Williams is incapacitated. A lot of people are out here assuming that Wendy is pretty much in her last days and doesn't have a clue what's going on, but that's not the truth. So it's crucial that you like this video. That's going to share it out into the YouTube community so more people like yourselves, other Wendy watchers, can find it, okay? Join the conversation. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. When I play you these videos, I'm very curious to hear from you, the general public, you, the Wendy watchers out there. Do you think Wendy Williams is incapacitated based off of these videos that we're about to play, okay? Last but not least, if you want to donate to the channel and make a contribution, in the description box below is a way that you can help donate to grow and sustain our channel, okay? Now, let's get into it. Wendy called in to the Breakfast Club this morning with her niece, Alex Finney. We know Alex has been a major contributor in she's been a major part of this movement to free Wendy, her aunt, right? Because Wendy doesn't have a voice. The only voice Wendy has had thus far is this lying, low-down white witch named Sabrina Morrissey, okay? And let's go ahead and put her out there. This is the white witch that I speak of, the wicked white witch of the East Coast, Sabrina Morrissey, who is a legal guardian, who, if you have someone in your family who is incapacitated, like really incapacitated, or if you have someone in your family who can't take care of themselves and they've amassed amount of wealth, this type of woman comes in and takes over. They take over your finances, they take over your daily decisions, they take over your entire life, okay? Now let's get this. I wanted to make sure this skank's picture was up here so we could all see it. So if anybody knows this woman, if any of y'all are in New York, y'all know this woman, we need to get her face out there because it needs to be known who she is and what she is doing. Now let's get her off the screen. Now, according to Wendy, you're about to hear in this interview, you're about to hear in one of these clips I'm going to play, Wendy gets emotional when bringing up her father because her father is about to turn 94 years old and all she wants to do is to go to Miami to be with her father for his birthday, to buy him a birthday gift and spend time with him. And during I'm not going to play the entire interview, of course, because I don't want copyright issues. But if you want to go over to the Breakfast Club, you can listen to the full interview in length of what Wendy had to say. And a lot of the things that she is complaining about is she says, I'm in this home I am in Wendy is pretty much in like a nursing home, a living assisted living facility, places where 70, 80, 90 year olds go when they don't have any family, when most of their family's gone or they don't have any family left, and and they're not in their right mind, right? Wendy's saying, I'm in my right mind, I know what's going on. And when you listen to the interview with her, you can tell that she knows what's going on. She's talking about Chanel bag. She spotted a Chanel bag when someone came to visit her and called it right out. She was talking to DJ Envy and Charlemagne by their name, knew their names like it was nothing. She was recalling all these different events over the last few years that have happened, talking about her son, how she just got back from his graduation. She was talking about her cats, Chit Chat and My Way. If you're a Wendy fan, you remember how much she loved her cats, Chit Chat and My Way. And she brought up how this guardianship, this conservator, got rid of her cats, sold her cats, didn't tell her anything, and did it out of spite to reprimand her for speaking out, for people coming to see Wendy. This conservator doesn't want these things to get out. And look, some of y'all might be saying, what is the conservator's agenda? We all know, right? Common sense. Stevie Wonder can see the conservator's agenda here is money. Why would the conservator want this guardianship to end when she's funneling all this money in? If Wendy goes back to live with her family tomorrow, Sabrina's check gets cut off. Right? Her check gets cut off. So it's in Sabrina's best interest, and not only Sabrina's best interest, but a collection of people, a spider web of people are probably making money off of this woman, and that's why she's really there. Let's be real. I don't think it's just Sabrina. Sabrina can't just sign off on all this on her own. I think that the judge is involved. I think there are attorneys involved. I think there are a group of people involved doing some illegal shit here, okay? Let's be real. I think some illegal things are going on. I think something in the buttermilk ain't clean. And I think somebody's going to have to do some answering. Now, I keep saying I'm going to play the clip, but I get so worked up and I keep going. Let's play this clip of Wendy talking to Charlemagne the God on The Breakfast Club. And she's talking about how she wants to see her father on his 94th birthday. But she doesn't know if she'll be able to see him because she may be reprimanded for doing this interview. And not only will she may be reprimanded by not going to see her father, that she may be reprimanded by having her cell phone privileges revoked. What kind of nursing home is this to where you can't even make phone calls? Which Wendy can make phone calls, I take that back, but people can't call her. That's weird. It's a one-way phone with a one-way phone line. That is weird to me. It sounds like a prison that she is in. Now, warning, this clip might make you shed a tear or two. Okay, let's play it.
Like, I'm exhausted thinking about, what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? At 94, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. I have things from my dad that's in storage. And there are little things that I say, I'm not going to give it to him, but I'm going to sew them and make them so that they look perfect on me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know how to sew. I've known how to sew for years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, I want to give my dad some sort of fragrance. I want to go to Sephora and pick and choose. What?
Yeah.
My life is like fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the Guardian because of this maybe this phone call or because of Wow.
We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. And, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Wow. Like, what the hell?
She can get moved, and we may not even know where she is.
Wow.
That was the reality of where she was during the documentary. We weren't permitted to go see her. So this whole documentary aired. Nobody's able to call her. Nobody's able to see her. You know, the reason why I was doing the stuff with The View and Good Morning America was because she was nowhere to be found.
Wow. In the meantime, you know,
what are we going to do about that?
Listen, here's the weird thing, right? And while you're on The View, right, I got the telephone number. I could call Joy Behar, but my number is with The Guardian. I could call my friend Rosanna Scotto. I could call Fat Joe. I could call Alex. My number is not in storage, but my Guardian person has my phone.
Right.
God damn.
Alex, let me ask you a question.
Has had it for 3 years, by the way.
She's had your phone for 3 years, and she got control of all your bank accounts and everything? Wow. Okay. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Now, Alex,
but that's what the news reports say. The news reports say she has control of your bank accounts and everything.
Besides the Instagram and the social media, who can we write? Who can we stay on top of? Whether it's her boss, what agency? Because this has to go bigger than just social media.
You want me to? I'll send people up there.
Please.
We got the address. You want me I'll put the address out there right now.
Let's not send people up there.
We have a mob outside of that facility.
Yeah, we can pick it outside. You can pick it outside and do that outside.
Do not do that.
But do we have an email where we can write?
No. You want to know what? Please.
I was there yesterday. Do not do that.
No, not there. To Sabrina's place.
Do we have an email for Sabrina that we can email and just have
boss,
people say, "Yo, what's going on? What's up?" But by the way,
I tell you?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I tell you something? Other than when I was able to purchase like a whole bunch of I got like nail polish and lipstick and things like that. Otherwise, because I'm here in New York. The Guardian has somebody get me like nail polish and, like the normal things that I like. Like, I need a new hairbrush, please. Go out and get it for me and bring it back. Oh, no, this is not the one that I want, but I guess this is the one that I'm forced to use. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, I want you at home to sit with yourself for a moment and think about it. Does that sound like someone who is incapacitated with dementia to you? We have been lied to. We have been bamboozled. Okay? We have been lied to. We have been bamboozled. And somebody needs to be held accountable for this. An investigation needs to be open into this, into what's going on. Not only an investigation needs to be open into this conservator, we need to go through the finances, what money has been spent, what relationship does this guardian have to the judge, what relationship does this guardian have to Wendy's attorney, because allegedly Wendy's attorney contributed money to the judge's campaign. Yeah, you heard that right. That was also mentioned on the Breakfast Club interview. Free Wendy Williams. Free this woman. Who the hell do these people think you are? Money is a hell of a drug. Money really does something to people, because y'all really are going to sit by while this woman cries to be with her family. She said all she wants is to go to be in Miami with her family, where her family lives. We all can relate to that. We all can relate to having friends or family that we just want to go be with when we're in a dangerous situation. And yes, she's in a dangerous situation around a bunch of strangers who have no good interest whatsoever for you. And the only thing they see is fucking dollar signs. Bitch, go get a real job. I'm angry. I'm really angry, and I'm sad for her. I'm angry and I'm sad for her. And I'm hoping that the amount of media attention that this gets, that something will be done about it. And the fact that they retaliate by taking Wendy's phone, by saying, oh, well, your cats are gone now, by not letting family come. How is this legal? How is this happening? Now, there's a change.org petition out there, according to Wendy's niece, Alex, because Charlamagne asked during the interview, what can we do? What do we need to do as the fans to get you help? And they said there's a change.org petition out there. You can go, I'll try to put it in the description of this video, but you can also Google Wendy Williams change.org. It will also pull it up. Go and sign that petition. The more noise we make, the more pressure it's going to put on these people, because it's going to make them look terrible, okay? Also, go online, hashtag free Wendy Williams. It's free to do that. Hashtag that in these comments. Let's get those 3 viral words out there just to get it trending. Because if it starts trending, the media outlets start picking it up. And when the media outlets start picking it up, it starts putting pressure on these MFers. Okay? It starts putting pressure on these folks who have got this woman held hostage, because that's exactly what it is. She's being held hostage in what her niece calls a luxury prison, which is pretty much, she's probably in an assisted living facility. And Wendy says, she can't make a decision on her own. And I think the only way they're getting through with the legal loopholes of her not making decisions on her own is because someone has wrote off that she's incapacitated. Someone has wrote off that she's not in her right mind. So they're like, oh, we can't let her make decisions because she's not in her right mind. But that's not the case. That's not true. Now, look, I will say this. During the interview, one of the things that I noticed about Wendy that was not herself was her saying, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? She would say that over and over again. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean she's incapacitated. Incapacitated and dementia, she wouldn't know who her niece was. If Wendy had dementia and was incapacitated, she wouldn't know who Charlemagne the God was. She wouldn't know who DJ Envy was. She wouldn't know who all these people are and be able to recount these events that she talked about in the interview and mention her dad. How does she know her dad's going to be 94 next week? She doesn't know these things off the top of her head if she was incapacitated and had dementia. Come on now, somebody. Could you imagine if this was your mother or your father or your sister or your brother, and how you feel so helpless because you can't make any decisions for them? You can't go pick them up and say, "Come with me. You're coming home with me." Do I think Wendy's 100% in her right mind, healthy? No, but I don't think she's incapacitated or has dementia. And listen, anybody that would be put in a facility for the last 3 years and can't make their own moves and can't, do X, Y, and Z, anybody that was in that position would be paranoid, loopy, sad, maybe repeat themselves sometimes. I feel like they took advantage of Wendy's alcohol addiction, right? Because that Lifetime documentary that came out, about Wendy that did not shed her in a favorable light. That was before she was under the conservatorship, I think. Yes, that was before she was under the conservatorship, and Wells Fargo just had her money tied up at that point, according to Wendy. But what we saw during all that was what I believe her just being out of it and drunk and depressed and drinking herself to no other, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do y'all think she's incapacitated? Do you think she has dementia based off of what you heard? Let me play you something else, and you tell me based off of this if you think she's incapacitated. Let's play something else. Because one of the things that Charlemagne asked her, and I'm glad he asked her this, which is totally unrelated to what she's going through, is Charlemagne said, Wendy, you've been vindicated in a way because you were fired from your job at Hot 97 or whatever the radio station was. You were fired from your job years ago. Y'all remember Wendy was fired from her job, one of her radio gigs in New York, when she was spilling the tea on Diddy 20 years ago. Okay, we all know that Wendy is the one who originally spilled all of Diddy's tea. Wendy was the one letting us know that Diddy was on the down low and he was doing some unsavory things behind closed doors. When Diddy found out she was running her mouth about what he was doing, he went and got her job taken from her. Right? Well, Charlemagne asked her about that all these years later and said, how do you feel about being vindicated? How do you feel, you were fired for saying what we all know now to be the truth, right? I want y'all to hear what Wendy said and tell me if she's not in her right mind after you hear this, okay? Let's play it.
To see where Diddy currently is, what do you feel about that situation?
Right. Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done. Do-da day.
How you doing? See, she still got it.
Hey.
Wendy.
Oh my God.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right.
Well, what do you guys think? And I want to hear your honest to God's truth. Do you feel like Wendy has dementia and should have someone over her finances and her everyday well-being and the decisions that she makes? Or do you feel like, based off what you heard, that Wendy is well enough to go home with her family and let her family help assist her in the rest of her life, living out the rest of her life? I want to hear what you guys have to say, okay? Because this is a very important conversation. I would like to say it's probably one of the most important videos that I've ever done. So like I said, it's very, very crucial that we get the word out about this. Now, I really encourage you guys to go over to The Breakfast Club right here on YouTube and listen to the full interview with Wendy so you can get a more in-depth detail of what she's really going through, and you can make more of a solid judgment on whether or not you believe Wendy is really incapacitated and dealing with the effects of dementia. Okay, so make sure you go check that out. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you enjoyed this content. That will keep you locked and loaded into all things Damien After Dark for the rest of 2025 and forever, okay? Click that thumbs up button and like this video. Like I said earlier, that is so important. When you like this video, that is going to share this video out throughout the YouTube world so more people like yourself can find us here, okay? If you don't do anything else, click that thumbs up button. Join the conversation. Leave me your thoughts and opinions on what's going on with Miss Wendy. And last but not least, if you would like to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. I will include the link to the change.org petition if you don't mind going to sign that to let your voice be heard and let the legal system and the guardian system that is very broken in New York City know. We ain't gonna take this shit, okay? We ain't playing about our Aunt Wendy, all right? And this just further lets people know that there are way more people than Wendy going through this. There are so many people that have been dealing with this silently behind closed doors who don't have the voice or the resources that Wendy has, okay? So not only are we fighting for Wendy, we're fighting for those other people who are in these situations who don't have family or friends to fight for them, or maybe who do have family and friends to fight for them, but it hasn't gone anywhere because they don't have the media outlet, the voice, the follower, the platform. Do you know what I'm saying? And before we wrap up, y'all notice in that last clip I played how she said Diddy done. That's how I knew Wendy was there, okay? That's how I knew. Like, Wendy is not incapacitated. And she also finished the interview. Y'all didn't hear this part, but she finished the interview with, Charlamagne said, wait, before you go, don't you have something that you want to say? And she said, how you doing? Okay, how you doing? So the fact that she said that, the fact that she read Diddy down and said, Diddy will spend the rest of his life in prison. Diddy done. Okay, the fact that she said all that, it let me know everything I need to know. That you hoes, Sabrina Morrissey, you no lip wicked witch of the east, we on to you like white on rice. And you think you gonna get away with this, but you ain't. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.